Okay. All right. Alrighty, alright, okay, let's get it, let's go. This is going to be the fastest sports funky fresh Valentine's Day special you are ever going to see here today. Yes, today is Valentine's Day, and you should love yourself every day, but especially today. Treat those, special ladies in your life, even if you're not dating them. You treat your mama and your sister, all your daughters, the people that you love. This is what love is supposed to be. Even if you want to, show love to your homies, hey, ain't no judgment here. Ain't no judgment here. Hey, love is love. What you consider love is what you consider love. What I consider love is what I consider love. It doesn't mean it is a bad thing. So, we're going to get on here. We got these two teams up here. We have the Lady Richmond Spiders and the Lady Gardner Webb Bulldogs here. These two teams are not playing each other, but I want to get into the discussion about the ladies' teams that are playing really, really, really high efficient basketball right now. And right now, the Lady Richmond Spiders tonight are playing the Lady Billikens of St. Louis tonight. The Lady Richmond Spiders are 15-8 on the season in the Atlantic 10. They are, as you would say, they're adequately making the Spiders' web and playing good basketball. And tonight, I think they definitely handle business here against St. Louis. I mean, there's no doubt about it. On the other hand, the Gardner Webb, the Lady Bulldogs of Gardner Webb, extraordinary. They're 22-4 right now here. Obviously, they're in the is it the Atlantic Sun, I think, or something like that. I want whatever conference I think they play in. I mean, this team right here, you might want to be keeping an eye on these girls from Gardner Webb, because these girls might end up making some noise in the tournament come the tournament time. And that's kind of why I'm trying to talk about some games. There's only 5 NBA games tonight, and only a handful of these college games that I think are really good. So we're just going to buzz along here today here. So definitely got those two teams on the docket here. And obviously now we're going to talk about the first game I think is probably one of the better games on the women's slate today here. Going to start it off here. And it will be the Boston University, the Lady Terriers here of Boston University are taking on the Lady Crusaders of the Holy Cross here. So let's bump this up a bit. Boom, boom. There's the Boston U, Lady Terriers here, and yeah, we're gonna put the Holy Cross here. Yeah, I mean, what is extraordinary why I'm playing I mean, obviously, most people think, well, why are you talking about the Holy Cross and the Boston University? These schools aren't very, as far as the big name schools and all that. Well, that is true. That is very true here. But, I think this matchup is quite good enough to talk about today, because both these ladies' teams are 18-6 here. So, if I'm taking a dog in this fight today, it would be taking the Boston U Terriers. But don't be fooled. The Lady Crusaders can play some basketball on the hardwood. It showed by each other's record, they're both 18-6, okay? So you know this is going to be a drop-down game, and both of these teams going to make a serious run at the NCAA Women's Tournament here. So, I mean, let's see, what do they have as far, they don't really say as far as what's the over under here, but if I'm taking a gander and a guess, I would say this is definitely going to be a close game between a 2-point, 3-point game here, and that's just in my opinion. But it could be a whole lot different. But definitely, I would be leading the Boston Terriers if I put my dog in the fight here. I would be leaning with the Lady Terriers at home, a little bit over the Holy Cross. But don't be fooled. These ladies from Holy Cross, they can ball. Okay, they can ball out here. They can ball like anybody else. And don't be, like I said, most of y'all probably don't know who they are. And the same with me. I just kind of watch the highlights. I kind of look at the statistics, analytics, and other things, and it kind of gives me a good picture of what I could kind of picture this team is going to look like out there, and how they're going to play on in any given night here. And that's how you got to look at it here. I mean, you could do all the crazy analytics, the all sabermetrics, all these whatever beautiful crazy computer science crazy things that I think might actually help you win an actual physically athletic gifted game. But that's here nor there. All right, and let's put up. I'm gonna put up the next two teams here. They're not playing each other, but like I said, are teams that we need to talk about here. Let's put up the Lady Ball State Cardinals here, the one I actually put as far as my thumbnail here tonight. And I mean, we got to put some respect on the ladies of Ball State here. The Lady Cardinals here. They are they are 21-4 here in the Maction here, and probably talking about a couple of these ladies teams in the MAC that are really making some noise. Let's just say some big time noise here. And then we'll put this other team up here, which will help is the Lady Toledo Rockets here. So we, like I said, we a little bit bigger so we can see the logo. Alright. So obviously these two teams, obviously I would say Ball State, the girls from Ball State, they're 21-4, have a little bit better record than the ladies from Toledo that have a 19-4 record. But like I said, they have the same number of losses, but Ball State has 2 more wins than Toledo. But 2 teams in the MAC. We're gonna be talking about another team in the MAC here, Bowling Green here coming up soon. These ladies can ball out here in the MAC. Don't think that this is just some slub-dum schools that can't ball out here in Ohio, Indiana, in Michigan area. Like these are the schools that you're gonna have to try to look for in this tournament. I mean maybe this year the MAC gets a couple, and as far as the ladies are concerned, not the men. But we're talking about the ladies first because it is Valentine's Day, and we wanna give our love to the ladies, respect to the ladies and the men as well. So these two teams right here, definitely 2 teams that you could definitely probably spend, put your money on if you're. But many people don't care, men or women, about the ladies sports. But I do. I care about the lady ballers out there, and so that's why I try to talk about them as best as I can. I mean, I don't know exactly the names and this and that, but we'll get closer to once the March Madness. We'll start breaking down the teams that are in there. We'll break down their rosters, who's their best players, obviously who are their best contributor players, and it will get down and it will get down and dirty. Believe you me, it will be getting down and dirty. We will be getting down and dirty. It will not be pretty out here. Let's just say that. All right. Now that we got done with those 2 teams here, let's we're gonna talk about Bowling Green now here. Like I said, another team out of the Maction before we before we leave the Maction here is Bowling Green. I mean, those girls, man. I mean, you want to talk about a surprising record here? Like, I mean, we're talking about a surprising record here. I mean, these ladies from Bowling Green are 22-2. 22-2. These ladies from Bowling Green. I mean, you're gonna have to watch out for them in the tournament. They're gonna be, a lot to handle here. And then we'll talk about we'll move this off the screen for a second here, and like I said, the ladies from Bowling Green, they close out the Maction for the women's. They're phenomenal. I mean, that could be one of my teams that I might be looking for, dark horse team. Is these three little Maction teams? I'm gonna keep my eyes on these girls teams to really see who's gonna be the mover and shaker in this. I mean, obviously, by record right now, the girls from Bowling Green are leading this conference here, but barely here, only by a couple games here. So, really tough women's conference basketball for the Maction this year. So definitely do that. And so now we're going to talk about 2 other teams that that they are the Conference USA category here, and we start off with the lady Golden Hurricanes from Tulsa here. We're going to talk about them here. We're going to talk about the ladies from Tulsa here. All right, as we should talk about the ladies from Tulsa here. All right, boom, bang, boom, and let's bring this back in here, and we're going to put in SMU, the Lady Mustangs here from SMU. So we'll talk about these two teams. They're not playing each other tonight. They're not playing each other tonight, but definitely two teams in their respective conferences that you're gonna have to put some respect on these ladies' names here. They're gonna be something to be reckoning with here. These two ladies teams. Both teams have a record of 16-8. Tulsa is, and SMU is 15-7. So both these teams have very good records in their conference, respectfully. Pretty decent, strong teams, obviously, here in their conference here. So maybe we see one of these two teams in the tournament here, March Madness here. So it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing for the women's side, is because we try to talk about the ladies' side because a lot of people do not talk about the ladies' side all the time, but we do. And yeah, the Tulsa girls, they're playing well. They're playing on the road tonight against Wichita State girls, which are 14-11, and the SMU girls are on the road. They are 15-7, playing Tulane, which is 14-11, so not too bad here. All right, now we're getting into some games here we need to talk about here that are going to be really good games on the hardwood tonight here. And it starts with the number 15th ranked Sooners, the Lady Sooners. Boom, 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 Lady Sooners from Oklahoma. They're at home tonight here. Definitely really good basketball goes on there for the Lady Sooners. And they'll be taking on the Lady Red Raiders of Texas Tech here. So let's get these Lady Texas Tech Raider basketball logo up here. And we'll surely break this game down here, as we always like to do. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Mason. We appreciate you in this coming in here. So we have the Lady Raiders for Texas Tech taking on the Lady basketball team of the Sooners here. We're looking at a really good game here. Both teams have really good matchups here. The Lady Sooners are 20-4 here. The Lady Raiders are 16-9. So this would be an upset if the Lady Raiders of Texas Tech come into Oklahoma in Lawton tonight and win a game. But I think the Lady Sooners are up to the task and up to the par to take care of the Lady Raiders of Texas Tech here. But don't be surprised if this is a closer game than most people would expect here. And like I said, the Lady Sooners are a really good basketball team. The Lady Texas Tech Raiders, they're trying to build their program up a bit. The ladies are trying to build their program up a bit, but I think tonight they're gonna be in for a challenge. And the Lady Sooners, they're ready to play basketball tonight on the hardwood. All right, let's talk about a team that's always been pretty dominant here in college basketball for the ladies, and that is the Lady Yukon Huskies here. They are taking on the Lady Blue Jays of Creighton here. So let's go. Let's bring the Lady Yukon Huskies logo up here. All right. All right, here we are. Then you got Lady Yukon over here, and then let's put up the ladies from Creighton, the Lady Blue Jays here, which are aggressive birds. You do not want to fuck with a Blue Jay. They are very aggressive birds. They will attack. All right, there we are. And there we are. We have the Lady Blue Jays basketball of Creighton, which is in Nebraska, if anybody's curious to know. But we know the ladies of Yukon are going to dominate this game here. But the ladies of Creighton, I think they're going to make it a little bit interesting tonight here. They're going to make it interesting on these girls, Yukon. They've been struggling a little bit. They haven't been as dominant as they usually are. They're usually dominant up there with the ladies of South Carolina. The ladies of South Carolina got a big victory last night. Just to name, I'm telling you. But don't count out these Yukon girls. These Husky girls can play basketball. They've had A lot of great recruits throughout the years. This is maybe a little bit down year for them. They've been banged up a bit here and there, but I still think this is a formidable basketball team that will win tonight against Creighton. But I think Creighton will test them tonight here on this court. The ladies of Creighton will test the Lady Huskies tonight, but I think the ladies of Connecticut will be able to withstand that. It will perfectly eat the birds of the Blue Jays tonight and go home with the victory at home. This will be in Connecticut tonight. So, and Connecticut is the number 6 ranked team in women's basketball, so they're no slouch, and I think they definitely take care of business tonight. All right, then another team that I want to talk about here, as far as we're gonna punch both of these teams up here. They're not playing each other, but two teams that we need to talk about here. And we'll put the first one up, and that is the ladies of South Florida, the Lady Bulls of South Florida. They come in with an impressive record this season. An impressive record here of, 22-5. 22-5. So the Lady Bulls are really balling. They're balling out there in South Florida here. And the next team I want to bring up here to talk about is the ladies from Albany here. The Lady Great Danes of Albany here. They have a great record in their respective conference. So let's put some respect on these ladies' names out here. Both these teams, obviously, I'd say the South Florida Bulls, the ladies, are a lot better than the ladies of Albany, but the ladies of Albany have a 19-9 record. So I mean, considering they're a really, really small mid-major school that most men and women don't really know and really pay attention to, the Albany is a college up there in upstate New York. So South Florida is more in the Tampa Bay area. So obviously you got to contrast the two schools here, but both these ladies teams definitely, you probably might be able to see both of these teams in the conference tournament here. More or less, you might see South Florida more or less than Albany, but you never know. You never know. In college sports, it's people realize that not everybody's going to go to the next level and play professional basketball or anything like that. So you see people get out there and they play their ass off. They play their hearts out. So, and let's see the next team. The next team I want to talk about here, we're just gonna pull it up by themselves here. We'll leave Albany up here. Is the Lady Hawks of St. Joe's here? They are they're a team that is really playing good. So a sleep stream? No. I don't do no sleep stream. Nobody gets to watch me sleep. So the Lady Hawks of St. Joe's here. They're playing really well this season. I mean, considering they're in the Atlantic 10 here with the Spiders, they are 17-7. So they're 10 games above 500. So they're being competitive in their division. So I like that a lot. I think that they definitely can get it done, can get the job done, can really do what they could do out here. And they're playing the Davison girls that are 12-12, so they should be able to handle business on the road tonight. And I mean they're going to be a team that you're going to watch out for. The next game we're going to talk about here, we're going to put up here where St. Joe's is at. We're going to put St. Johnny girls, the Lady Red Storm here, but that kind of probably sounds really not so good, Sorry, hopefully nobody in here is offended or takes offense to that as a woman. Just saying that is their name of their school. They are the Red Storm. So I mean, you want to take it up with somebody, take it up with them here. So, all right, we're gonna put this logo right here. Boom. All right, taking on Villanova here. We got the Lady Wildcats of Villanova, and they are ranked number 14. So this is gonna be a battle of the Big East here, the ladies Big East here. And I'm telling you, the Lady Wildcats of Villanova are playing a hell of a lot better than their counterparts of the male. The male Villanova team is not really playing as well as they should be. But this is definitely a good game here in the ladies' Big East matchup here. You have the ladies of the Red Storm coming in at 19-5, and the Villanova Lady Wildcats are 22-4. So these ladies are going to try to come do business here from Philadelphia. They're still mad that, Philadelphia's still mad that, everybody's still pissed that they think the Eagles got that hose job. And I'm not gonna talk about that. They did not get hose job. The Eagles lost fair and square. If you want to fucking argue and say that they got screwed out of it, you're a fucking idiot. Now, that being said, this game here is going to be great for the women's hardwood here. Two teams that are definitely going to test each other to the limits. But I think Villanova's girls are going to come in here and win this one here. And I'd say at least by 3 points here. The Lady St. John's team is going to be really tough to beat here tonight, especially on their home court. But if anybody could do it, it's the ladies from Villanova. I think they have what it takes. But they can't. They got to be sharp. They got to be on their game, because if they're not on their game tonight, St. John's the Lady Red Storm is going to take them to task. Okay, take them to uptown and ball them up, because that's where St. John's is. St. John's, they play up in what you would call Madison Square Garden. So, if any of you don't know what the Mecca is, that's called the Mecca out there in Boston, out there in the Bronx. They got if you like street ball and real basketball, don't be somebody like me. If you're somebody like me, you better go with somebody of a different pigmentation, because if you look a certain color, people just don't like you. It don't matter where you go, and that is just stupid and ignorant. But it is what it is, people. You can't you can't change people for who they are. But I'm taking Villanova girls here in a close one, and a tight one against the St. Johnny's girls. And yeah, and we got one more ladies dual matchup that I think is going to be good. It's out in the West Coast here. It's out in the West Coast. We got the lady Anteaters of Irvine here. They are taking on the ladies from Santa Barbara, so that's going to be a hell of a matchup here, especially out here on the West Coast. These ladies teams can ball out here. Santa Barbara, yes, it's a rich area. Irvine's more of a, it's closer to, Disneyland and Los Angeles and all that. Santa Barbara's more of a nicer area. But, both these teams are competitive. They're both, Irvine has the better record, but I think the Gaucho girls tonight can get a victory against the Irvine girls here. Gonna be another close game. Definitely 1 or 2 points. I definitely see that one coming out here. And that is it for as far as we got considered for the ladies college basketball. For ladies. All right, I gotta go change over my laundry here in about 2 minutes here. So let me go put up the game up here. I have to take a quick little intermission break. So if anybody's here that doesn't hear, it's okay. I'm just have to run in, run out. That's kind of what I'm gonna be doing here. All right, let's go put up. I need to put Penn State up here. Alright, let's put Penn State here. We got the Nittany Lions here. Penn State here. You got the Nittany Lions of Penn State taking on Illinois here. The Noise. Bring the noise of Illinois here. The Fighting Illini here. So we definitely going to talk about this game, because this is a Big Ten matchup here. Obviously, the Illini is the better of the two teams here, in my opinion. But Penn State, they play pretty impressive basketball. They put up a fight here at basketball. So tonight we're definitely going to see a good matchup in Happy Valley. Because Illinois is going to bring it here. They're not just going to, they're trying to keep up with the, the top of that division here. And so you're going to see a real tough battle. We got another game in the Big Ten tonight that I like as well. This is a good one, and like I said, these two teams kind of know each other very well. I mean, Illinois, I'd give the slight edge a little bit to Illinois here, but Penn State could play basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State could pull an upset here tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if Illinois, plays on their game and Penn State isn't on their game. Don't be surprised if Illinois beats them by double digits. But that's just where I'm standing here as far as talking about games here. Then we got Auburn here. We got Auburn basketball here. All right. There we go. Let's see. Auburn. Okay. I had Auburn, but apparently double clicking on them doesn't work. All right. So we got Auburn. We got them Auburn Tigers here tonight. It's the battle of the Tigers tonight. We got the Auburn Tigers, and we're gonna have. And let me put up the Missouri Tigers here. And then I'm gonna run and go put my laundry in the dryer right quick here, and I'll be right back here. But we're gonna talk about this when I get back here. This Missouri Tigers team and this Auburn Tigers team, because both these Tigers got a bite, but that's to see which Tiger bite is going to be better. So, I will be back. know. All right, all right, all right. Sorry about that. Had to go turn the laundry over. You know, it's laundry day. It's laundry day. But Missouri and Auburn here. Like I said, both these two teams here. I'm looking at the records here. Auburn is 17-8. Missouri is 19-6. Missouri's had some pretty big victories. Auburn as well. So I'm going to lean with the Auburn Tigers here tonight over Missouri because Missouri has kind of spurred me in the past. But don't be surprised if Missouri does keep themselves in this game. If they keep it a close game and keep it close enough, I think they have a chance to pull an upset and pull a victory or at least lose by a little bit here. But I'm a firm believer in Auburn, and Bruce Pearl has those guys down there playing terrific basketball in Auburn, Alabama. All right. So let's see. What was the other game that I wanted to talk about here tonight here? All right. This is the next game I want to talk about here. It's going to be in the ACC here. We're going to ACC country, going up to New York here. We're going up to New York. We're going up to New York here to see where, Syracuse, where Carmelo Anthony played here. We got the Syracuse Orange here tonight here. And the orange tonight here is meeting for some business here because they're meeting up with the number 23 ranked NC State Wolfpack here. So the Pack will be hunting tonight here, so don't be surprised. This is another game that, is going to go down pretty close here in my opinion here. I think, you got to be on your game here. But NC State, those guys, they can play basketball. They're not just some, they play football, but they play just as much as they play football, they play basketball as well here. So a very good matchup here. Obviously this is a ACC matchup here. But I'm gonna lean here. I'm gonna lean Wolfpack here, but I think Syracuse plays this game closer than anybody expects. I know they're 15-10, but I think Syracuse when they play in that dome in Syracuse, New York, they play a different style of basketball, and they give people fits, especially teams that come in the top 25. So it's not like NC State's going to come in here and just roll these guys over. I think it's going to take some time, but I think NC State will eventually win this game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than most expect. All right, then we have the next game. This is a Big East battle here. We got Providence here. We have the Providence Friars here at home here, taking on we got Providence here. All right, we got Providence up here. Let's put the Providence team logo here. And then we got to put the Blue Jays of Creighton here. You know, them Creighton Blue Jays here. Them Blue Jays, of Creighton here. They will not go away, I'll tell you. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Here it is. There's the logo here. There it is. There's Paulie wants a fucking cracker over here. There's the Blue Jay here. There's the Blue Jay mascot. I ended up being that one a lot sooner. But these two teams definitely know each other. Creighton and Providence. Providence 18-7. Creighton 17-8. So this is gonna be a classic. Because I'm telling you, Providence. They're a team that they're not going to give up. and they play just like their coach. And Creighton, they're one of these mid-major teams that they were in a really bad conference, and now they play themselves into a bigger conference. And yeah, they've kind of had a little bit, what you would call a down year, somewhat, but they're still ranked number 18th in the country. So I think Creighton pulls off the upset by 3 points. But I think Providence will keep it very close here, and they're gonna give Creighton all they can get here tonight. And I just believe that I just wholeheartedly believe that here. And then we have Kansas State, Oklahoma. I think Kansas State, real interesting game. I mean Oklahoma, they play really tough, and just like Texas Tech beat number 6 Texas last night by 7 points. And I said it. I said, hey, you don't discount these guys. Yeah, their record might not be whatever, but who knows? Maybe they pull an upset in Lubbock. And maybe tonight that's what happens with Oklahoma. Maybe they pull an upset here against Kansas State here. But we'll see. And we got number 5, Kansas, taking on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is 16-9. That's another great game. Michigan and Wisconsin. This is the other game that I think a lot of people aren't talking about here. Let me just put the two logos up here. Let me put the Wisconsin logo up here, and let's put the Michigan logo up here. Because I mean, I'm telling you here, these two teams here. I mean, we're talking these two teams there, man. It's gonna be a nasty game. I mean, Michigan should have beat Indiana over the weekend, but they didn't. But I think tonight here they got a good, really good shot to beat Wisconsin at home. Just because Wisconsin, I'm not saying Wisconsin's a very bad team by any means necessary, but you have to understand who you're dealing with and who you're playing. And like I said, there's a lot of I mean, I'm telling you, these guys. I mean, these guys are. So a big matchup here. This is going to be a great matchup tonight. Telling you what, great matchup tonight. Great matchup on the hardwood tonight. And if I'm leaning anywhere, I want to lean Big Blue. But I know Wisconsin plays tough at home, so you can't discard the Badgers at home. But I definitely want to lean Michigan tonight here. And I think another game that most people will not be talking about here is out there in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! So we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out to the UNLV here, to the Running Rebels here of the UNLV here, who, they've had a really good record this season here. This UNLV team here. I'm telling you, this UNLV team, they ain't not to be messed with here. But there's a San Jose State team here that their basketball program's getting better, and it's basically starting here tonight here. And I'm a believer here. I'm a believer in them here. And tonight here, tonight I wouldn't be shocked here. I think San Jose State's got to play. They got to play good basketball here tonight, or else they're probably gonna get beat bad against UNLV. But if they can play good and UNLV's off their game a bit, and you just can't, I think the Spartans of San Jose State can win this game tonight. But hey, we got All-Star Weekend coming up. Sunday will be the All-Star game. Team Giannis versus Team LeBron. So we'll be talking about that. Saturday night action. So we'll have slam dunk 3-point contest. So maybe we'll do a little bit live reaction. Last Thursday will be the last of NBA action. There will be no NBA action Friday, Saturday, or when obviously Sunday will be the game. and they probably won't start up till next Wednesday or Thursday. So very, very, very short week here, sports here. So we got 5 games, 5 NBA games on the slate tonight here, and you know what? We're gonna get into it. That's just jog into it. And I'm not gonna really tell. I'm gonna tell you who I predictions. I'm not gonna put up their records. I'll basically tell you, who's the better of the teams. But it really doesn't matter because Charlotte won last night. I mean, the Spurs covered, the Rockets covered. Um, yeah, the Nuggets handled business. So plus we have games starting at 4:30. 2 games starting at 4:30. Let's put those games on the thing here. All right. We have the Toronto Raptors. We have the Toronto Raptors here. The OVO's in the house. The OVO crew's in the house. We have the Raptors tonight taking on the Orlando Magic, who beat the Chicago Bulls in Chicago, mind you. Mind you. But I'm going to fade the Orlando Magic tonight. I am fading the Orlando Magic. Fade, 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 fade. And let me tell you why I'm fading them. Back-to-back games, I don't think the Magic have quite, gotten that swagger where they can win consecutive games. So I'm on the ilk that the Raptors are going to win this game here. I mean, that's just one man's opinion here. That's just one man's opinion here. I mean, the Orlando Magic here, I mean, I think, hell of a team. But I'm a believer in Toronto. I think Toronto's getting better. I think Toronto has what it takes today to get the job done and get a Valentine's Day victory. Maybe Drake's out there, giving love letters, serenading everybody, playing all the music tonight here, probably giving everybody the business as they should. But I'm leaning Raptors here. And if we want to give a prediction here, I say Raptors win this one 119 104. 119 104. Raptors. All right. Next game we have Boston coming into Milwaukee tonight. We have the Bucks and Celtics, but Celtics going to be out without Jalen, without Tatum. They kind of banged up a little bit here, so we're going to see a different squad here. We got to see the Bucks. The Bucks. All right, here we are. The Milwaukee Bucks here. Let's put the Milwaukee Bucks up here. Let's blow the logo up just a bit here, just a tad bit so everybody can see it. And we got the Boston Celtics here as well here. Let's put their logo up on the screen so we could talk about them. I mean, Boston, it's a battle of the East. Who's the best team? And obviously, I mean, tonight, Boston's going to be without their best scorer here, obviously, in Tatum here, and kind of banged up here a little bit there. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to fade. I'm gonna have to fade the Celtics tonight here. I'm definitely gonna have to fade them here. I really didn't want to. I didn't want to have to fade the Celtics because I'm a believer in the Celtics. I believe the Celtics are a legitimate team. I think they have what it takes to put it together. And tonight, I think without Tatum here, I think that hurts a bit here. I mean, Do I think they could play this game very well and be competitive? I think somewhat they could be competitive, but I think overall the Bucks just get the job done tonight. I think Bucks just Milwaukee's just too much for them tonight. Just Giannis and these other guys just put some on. But I mean the Celtics will fight here. I don't think that the other players that the Celtics have. I think as long as they're not out too many players. If it's just Tatum and maybe somebody else that really doesn't matter. I think they still have a decent shot. But I think if there's more than that, I think that they're in for some trouble. All right, then we have the Phoenix Suns. We have the newly Phoenix Suns. No Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant will be back after the All-Star break, but there is Devin Booker. Devin Booker and the Suns are back in action. You got Chris Paul, you got DeAndre Ayton, and the Suns are going to be eating once again. They're getting healthy at the right time here. So I think that's gonna help them here tonight here. I think it helps them here tonight here. Going up against Sacramento. Sacramento. A lot of people don't realize Sacramento is a formidable team here. They're really starting to put it together here. I think they have what it's got tonight here. Obviously taking on Phoenix here. In Phoenix, it's gonna be a tall task. Tall task to say the least here. I'd say the Kings can keep it competitive somewhat, but I don't know. I think Booker's back and all that. I think the Suns definitely get this one at home here tonight. But if it's if the Kings can keep it close, I think the Kings definitely have a really good shot of winning the game here. But I don't know. Suns have been playing a lot better basketball, a lot more being healthier. Kings, have a good record as well. A lot of people do not understand the Kings. Kings have a lot better record than they had last year. That's for sure. So this is going to be a good game. Good game, but I think Phoenix gets this here, gets it in a close game. Maybe they win by 5 or 6 points here, but I'm taking Phoenix tonight. Then we have Portland. We have Portland and we have Washington. Another good matchup here. We have the Trailblazers here versus the Wizards here. Here we have the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers. Alright, and once again I put on the Trailblazers and it doesn't want to work. I double clicked it, but there we are. There's the Portland's logo. Let's put up the Wizards logo here. For me, I'm taking the Blazers here tonight. But I still think the Wizards will still be competitive here. They showed that they were competitive against the Warriors last night, and back-to-back games here. But I still think that Portland has a better shot to win this game here. The back-to-backs here, I don't know too much about the Wizards, and they're just kind of, the Wizards aren't a bad team. If their guys were healthier, I think their record they'd be a little bit over 500, or at least at 500 here. I think just the fact that they're just not that consistent of a team right now here. So I'm taking Portland here tonight. And the last game, but not least, let's put it up here. We have the Clippers taking on the Warriors. And, no Steph Curry here. Obviously, who knows what's going to be available and the Clippers obviously going to be healthy out here. We got the Clippers, and then let's put up the Warriors logo, and then we're going to get up out of here. Because we got to make our picks, and we got to make our player bet props and everything else of that nature here. And I used to give out and say what I did, but now it's kind of like, nah, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I basically tell everybody who I'm taking, and you could go figure like as far as like who am I, which ones I'm putting in a parlay. You know, sometimes I just like to take up a team, and but sometimes I just I won't. Even if I like that team or whatever, I'll still have to. All right. So the Warriors logo. There we go. Boom, boom, bam. Boom, boom, bap. Let's put it a little bit shorter there. There we are. Boom, boom, bap. All right. So last game of the night. Last thing we talk about here. We've gone on for 50 minutes here. Try to stick to basically sports here, guys. Unless I start going off topic, then we can go off topic. Mason, Montana, I'm pretty sure you're probably a kid, so I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you like me as a kid. You think that I'm a good person and whatever. So I'm not gonna drill you here. But I hope that you don't get any ideas of thinking that you're gonna be having some relationship with me or whatever, because that's not gonna happen. Just want to clarify it. I ain't trying to meet anybody off the internet. I'm just trying to be a good person, put out my content, and that's it. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm not trying to be master of the fucking universe. Just try to be me. That being said, Warriors and Clippers. I would love to take the Warriors here tonight. They're big time underdogs, but I think the Clippers are going to get them here. I think the Clippers are going to get them here tonight, back to back. Obviously, the Warriors on a back to back. It might be sitting certain guys, and so I don't like that. And I think the Clippers, they didn't play, so and Clippers getting healthier, a lot better. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are staying healthy and playing efficient basketball. So I think Clippers take this here, but if the Warriors can keep it close here, I think the Warriors definitely can lose within single digits. They can lose by 6 or less if they keep the game close. And depending on if Clay doesn't play and Draymond don't play, I definitely think they're gonna get smacked. They're gonna get smacked bad. But I'm going straight up Clippers tonight. So that is our sports show for the day. So we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna cut, and tonight we're gonna have the Valentine's Day mix. So be ready for that. I mean, obviously last night I had a mix, but it got taken down by Content ID. And before I leave here, I want to say this, and I'm speaking to the people of YouTube and whoever decides that they want to just take down my content and copyright infringements here. I'm not making any money off you. I'm just playing music because I like that music, and you're really pissing me off. And to the point where you're fucking up my content. And I'm not going to say what I'll do, but keep poking my ass and keep poking the bear and see what the fuck happens. Keep fucking whacking the dog and keep seeing what happens. And I'm not threatening you. This is a fucking promise. And if it ain't YouTube, and it's one of you sorry ass motherfuckers out in this world, best believe I will see you. No one in this world is immortal, and nobody in this world is invincible. Everybody can get touched. This ain't. I'm just saying. Stop fucking with my content. Stop taking my shit off. Or we're going to have some real shit. And you ain't going to like what's going to come down. Because it ain't going to be nice talk. It ain't going to be piece this, piece that. You're going to get what's coming. And believe you me, I don't stop, motherfuckers. I ain't this person that you can just scare away. I'm not someone, you look in my eyes, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. You don't scare me. Your bullshit, fear fucking mongering bullshit tactics don't work on me. Now, please, respectfully, stop fucking with my content. Or else, shit's gonna happen. And you ain't gonna like that shit. Believe me. You wanna fuck my life? Well, I'll fuck yours too. And believe me, I'm a type of person, I ain't a petty motherfucker, but I get mine. You wanna play games? You think life's a game? Well, guess what, motherfucker? Life is not a game. And shit happens. And some of y'all motherfuckers are realizing that's why some of y'all are scared. And you should be scared. Because you out here perpetuating the bullshit and act like you God and you ain't gonna get touched, and you gonna get touched. Just because you hide behind the fucking internet and people think that you can't find people. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, yeah, you can. There's ways, motherfucker. Believe me, there's ways. And don't make me have to use that. Don't make me have to go down the avenues and do this shit. Believe me, I don't have to do this shit. I like being civil, but don't fuck my content. It's not necessarily my sports shit, because unless I talk about COVID-19 and then some other bullshit, that's when you guys start taking away my shit off that. But my music content is by Content ID, so it's either by Universal Music Group, which I'm really fucking fuck you motherfuckers. And if I go to you, I'd say to your fucking face that all you motherfuckers are scumbags and y'all should be thrown in jail. Because, yeah, a lot of other shit that you do that you get away with. But, you know what? We won't talk about that because this is sports. But I'm just saying, do not fuck with my music content or shit is going to come down. That being